Let's learn how to add two or more algebraic expressions together. Let's take two simple expressions. Let's say this is 3x plus 11 and the second expression is 100x minus 90. If you have to find expression 1 plus expression 2, that is, you have to add these two expressions, then it's always good to put expressions in separate brackets. Put this 3x plus 11 and plus 100x minus 90. The brackets become important when we are subtracting two or more algebraic expressions. And most probably, we will discuss this in our next video tutorial, that is subtraction of two or more algebraic expressions. Now, open this bracket. This is 3x, this is plus 11, this is plus 100x. Now, outside the bracket is plus, inside the bracket is minus. Whenever plus and minus fight with each other, it becomes minus. So here we have minus 90. Okay. Now we can write this as 3x plus 11 plus 100x plus, and within the bracket, minus 90. We have discussed this. And why we do this? So that, we do not make mistake when we are talking about terms, because most of the time people ignore this minus sign while telling about the terms. So like this is minus 90, this term is minus 90. Some might say that this is 90 and they will ignore this minus sign. So this is very important that you keep it within a bracket so that you don't make mistake. Now, if you look at this term 3x and this 100x, these two are like terms, right? Because here it is x and here it is x. This 11 and this minus 90, these are also like terms because these are constant. Now put like terms together, because we have learned that we always add like terms. Right? Because if you add 11 plus and within the bracket minus, or let me write this completely so that you don't get confused. 11 plus, right? So this becomes what? 103x plus, this is 11 minus 90. This becomes 103x plus, this becomes minus 79. So this comes 103x minus, outside the bracket is plus, within the bracket is minus, so this becomes minus. So adding these two expressions together, you get 103x minus 79. Let's take a few more examples. 3x squared y squared minus 5y squared z squared minus 6x squared z squared. Okay, so this is one expression, and another expression is, let's say, 11y squared z squared plus 12x squared z squared, right, plus 6. So this is expression 1 and this is expression 2. Add these 1 and 2. So 3x squared y squared minus 5y squared z squared minus 6x squared z squared within the bracket, then plus 11y squared z squared plus 12x squared z squared and plus 6. Now if you add these two and now you open the brackets, this is 3x squared y squared, 3x squared y squared, right, minus 5y squared, y squared z squared minus 6x squared z squared plus 11y squared z squared plus 12x squared z squared and plus 6. Now we can write this as 3x squared y squared plus minus 5y squared z squared plus minus 6x squared z squared plus 11y squared z squared plus 12x squared z squared plus 6. Right? Now, if you look at these different terms that we have now after adding, then this term, that is minus 5y squared z squared, and this term 11y squared z squared, these two are like terms. Then this minus 6x squared z squared and 12x squared z squared, these are two like terms. Right? This does not have any like term, and also this is a lone constant. Okay. Now, so you simply write this 3x squared y squared. No need to pair this up with any like term because there is none. So this is 3x squared y squared plus, now within the bracket put the like terms and add them. This is minus 5y squared z squared, then plus 11y squared z squared, then add these two like terms together within the bracket. This is minus 6x squared z squared plus 12x squared z squared, and finally plus 6. So this gives you 3x squared y squared plus, now this is minus 5y squared z squared, this is plus 11y squared z squared. Simply when you will add up, so it will become 11 minus 5, right? So this gives you 6y squared z squared. Now here you have minus 6x squared z squared, then plus 12x squared z squared. So clearly 12 minus 6 will become 6x squared and z squared, then plus 6. So if you add these two expressions together, you will get this one. Let's take a last example. Say you have minus 3xy plus 6yz plus 9xyz. This is one expression, and another expression is minus 11xyz plus 3yx minus 6zy and plus 20. This is expression 2, let's say. Okay, now let's add these two. So keep this within the bracket only. So 3xy plus 6yz plus 9xyz plus minus 11xyz plus 3yx minus 6zy plus 20. Now this becomes minus 3xy, we are opening the bracket, plus 6yz plus 9xyz, right? Now plus outside the bracket, within the bracket is minus sign, plus fights with minus makes it minus. So minus 11xyz, right? Plus outside the bracket, plus within the bracket, plus fights with plus will be plus only. This makes it 3yx. Plus outside the bracket, minus within the bracket makes it minus 6yz. z, y. Plus outside the bracket, plus within the bracket, makes it plus 20. Right? Now, write this as minus 3xy plus 6yz plus 9xyz plus within the bracket xyz plus 3yx plus minus 6zy plus 20. Now, if you look at these terms of this final algebraic expression, then minus 3xy and this plus 3yx, these are like terms. Now don't get confused with the order of variables. Here it is xy, here it is yx. That doesn't matter what's the order. What matters is, are the variables exactly the same? You'll say yes, here it's also x, here it is y, here it is y, here it is x. Are the number of variables same? Yes. X is 1, x is also 1, y is 1, y is also 1. Exactly same, they are like terms. Then add them together. So minus 3xy plus 3yx. Okay, now plus sign. This is 6yz and here this is minus 6zy. Again, these two are like terms and do not get confused with the order of variables. What matters is, are the variables same and in the same number? Yes, they are. So this becomes 6yz plus within the bracket minus 6zy. Okay, now plus this is 9xyz and this is minus 11xyz. Again, these two are like terms. So 9xyz plus minus 11xyz. And then finally, this doesn't have any pair to add because it's alone. So plus 20. If you add minus 3xy plus 3yx, the same like terms, it becomes 0. This will be 0. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. Same thing here, this will also be 0. So 0 plus 0. Here it is 9xyz, and if you open the bracket, you get 9xyz. Open the bracket, this becomes plus minus becomes minus 11xyz plus 20. So 0 plus 0 means 0 only. This is left. 9xyz minus 11xyz gives you minus 2xyz plus 20. So if you add these two expressions together, you get this one. Hope it's helpful, and see you in the next video. We'll discuss about subtraction of two or more algebraic expressions.